you don't get pissed off once in a while driving in Singapore, then you're probably the one pissing other drivers off. Anyway, here are some things that I really hate about driving in Singapore. Number 1, road hoggers. I don't want to confuse you with what road hogging is, so I'll just give you the definition. And this is from the Traffic Police Handbook. The link to it is in the description below. Road hogging is driving at an unreasonably slow speed on the road, especially on the right hand or along the center of the road. Road hogging hinders the flow of traffic behind and may cause other vehicles to pass dangerously on the left. Unreasonably slow is kind of subjective, but I mean common sense lah, right? If you see a car coming up behind you and the car is faster, then you know, just move to the left. It's not difficult. Usually I notice it happens on the first lane of the expressway. So on the highway in Singapore, speed limit is 90, and definitely every time I drive out, there will be someone driving on the first lane at like 60 or 70 below the speed limit basically, and they refuse to move over to the left. So the full link to this video is in the description below. The worst part is, even in Malaysia, some Singapore drivers still road hog over there. You know, it just makes all of us Singaporean drivers look bad. Number 2 is not using your signals.
Oh, this driver intends to continue going straight because there is no indication of them doing otherwise. Therefore, I should wait until he or she passes before I turn. If you're the kind of person that switches lanes without letting anyone know, you're probably the kind of person that believes the world revolves around yourself.
Number 3, motorcycle lane splitting. So this is not illegal, and there's nothing wrong with lane splitting when, you know, there's a traffic jam or traffic is very slow, because it, you know, when you ride a motorbike, you can just swerve in between traffic to help you get to your destination faster. And before you think I'm just here rambling on, I used to ride a bike. Like I mentioned, there's nothing wrong with lane splitting, but I noticed that some motorcyclists, not a lot, but there are some of them who actually ride on the line, not in the lane, but actually on the line. You know, there's white painted lines even in normal traffic conditions. And I'll tell you why I don't do that when I ride a bike. Number 1 is because that white painted surface is actually slippery when it's wet. So when it rains, that white area is slippery. Number 2, I noticed that sometimes when motorcyclists do that and I'm on the right lane and I want to overtake them, I have to keep more to my right to overtake because I don't want to risk hitting them. Number 4, people who don't know how to park. So I don't think I need to explain this, I'll just show you some pictures. And last but not least, number 5, people who use their phones when they are driving. I think a lot of drivers are guilty of this at some point. If you want to use your phone while driving, you know, it's really none of my business. But it becomes my problem when you start swerving into my lane, because it's dangerous for you and it's dangerous for me. I notice this happens a lot late at night when there are fewer cars around. If you follow a car from behind, you can see them just swerving into another lane, and then very quickly the driver realizes that he's swerving, and he will abruptly, you know, turn the steering wheel to go back to his original lane. So yeah, that's the top 5 things I hate about driving in Singapore. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.